Welcome to the Dairy Raid. Presented with over 20 years of coaching experience, the Dairy Raid provides commentary and analysis of the schemes, the players, and the coaches who create Wisconsin football's new identity. Now here's your host, Ryan Anderson.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dairy Raid and the second quarter of Wisconsin versus Penn State. We're coming out here just after Penn State's touchdown, so the Badgers are 13-yard line. So coming out 2x2 set, and they're just going to run curls in the flat on the front side here. Pretty basic air raid concept here. Ashcraft is sitting over top of the ball. Our outside receiver going to get inside release and sit down. Vinny Anthony inside release. And the reads here pretty simple. Braedyn Locke, as soon as he gets the ball here, he's going to peek outside. Once we see man coverage on the outside, then we're going to look inside to the flat defender. And if the flat defender steps inside or back and creates space in the flat, now we have open grass in the flat. Pretty easy decision to get it down on the flat. And we don't have to worry as much about like a corner crashing down on this, because when we looked for our open space here at the beginning, we saw we had man coverage. So that means we don't have to worry about a corner coming downhill. And when you have a back like Braedyn Dupree, he can turn a catch on or behind the line of scrimmage into a 13, 14-yard. Pretty good way to start here. Coming out, first down, 3x1. Formation to the boundary. A play action max protect. Run a little slot fade here. Okay. Other than the drop, this is pretty good all around. Okay, I like that stretch here is in the little outside stick to get inside to create space for him to go vertical instead of pressing inside to get around his defender. And then once he gets past, he starts to restack. This is really good ball placement by Braedyn Locke. Slightly behind actually protects the receiver more. It protects the ball more. And Tretch just needs to be ready for the pop, because that wasn't much of a hit that jarred this ball loose. All right. 2nd and 10. Would have been a great shot. Okay. By 2. 3 still in the game. Orbit motion. And just a quick seam glance route here to, or this is more of a slant, a glance not going over the top, to Nowakowski. Balance. And again, whatever this defender does out here is wrong. He's more worried about Dupree coming out. He wants to redirect and what we call slice Nowakowski by making sure that he stays low and makes Nowakowski go outside or above. He doesn't do that, which opens up the space for this pass to be thrown. Not bad. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Like these simple passing concepts here to start. West Coast kind of mentality. Get out in space. And got to catch the ball. Turning the eyes upfield before we complete the catch. There was space. Not much you can do there. And again, for all the big playability that Tretch has, he has a lot to learn about being a college receiver. And this is a prime example of why. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Okay, handoff. Not much doing here. kind of running a very short center lead of the end zone angle. It might be just more because he's uncovered and he's taking a bucket step to get wider. No, he's pulling. So he wants to look, and he should be getting around the double team here. But I think the problem ends up happening is that they stunt, and that kind of screws up the ability to get around the corner because now Jack Nelson has to sit back a little bit. But backside, we do a pretty good job. Now there was a couple yards there if they didn't have that stun happen. But hey, we gained 3. It's better than nothing. All right, 3rd and 7. Okay, 3-by-1. Gonna motion to 2-by-2. All right, motioning to a little quick screen. I like this. And especially in this situation, Penn State's playing 4 across the top, and they're not really rotating. So if we get one of these blocks on the outside a little bit cleaner, this probably pops. All right, so this is a package play. So we have quick screen, tunnel screen, whatever you want to call it here on the backside. And then we got a bubble screen over on top here. What we're using the motion here for, one, we got to get the receiver out there, obviously, but coverage indicator. So because we didn't have a down defender run with him, now we know we're playing zone over the top. So that's going to set up the backside option or the backside screen. If, for example, 7 here ran with Vinny Anthony, then we know we've got man, and then we're probably going to throw the bubble screen. And let's see if we can see from the end zone angle how we could have done this better, the blocking scheme wise. I mean, we released pretty cleanly, and I think it's just I think Renfro saw something out of the corner of his eye, and he ended up not picking up where he's supposed to. So in this type of scheme, when we're releasing 3 in the middle, the way that I teach it is the first man out is he's setting the wall. He's setting the outside. So he's looking to the first defender attacking from the outside in. And that's what Brunner is doing. Okay, so his first defender is going to be this safety. Okay. The number two blocker, in this case is the center, he's going to be looking to get up alley. And he is going to be looking to clear who is filling the alley. And in this case, it should have been 13. But because he saw here out of the corner of his eye, he, I think, misread it and allowed 13 to be unblocked. Now, Huber got a little caught up, a little slow coming out, but I'm not as much worried about 11 tracking completely from the back, even though he does get in the tackle. Fair enough. But you see where he hits them and where the hit would have been if 13 here doesn't at least get redirected. So I like the play call. I like what we're trying to do there. But again, as always, just comes down to execution. And Badgers are forced to punt. Another great punt by Atticus. All right. And why are we going to 3rd and 2? No? Okay, sorry. Sometimes these plays get put out of order. So this is the 3rd and 2 that came after the Nowakowski catch. And I wasn't paying attention enough. Thought it was leading to 1st and 10. I guess it wasn't. get the first down here on a nice big boy inside run. Take a look. All right, so we should like this box. We should like Penn State's adjustment to the formation. We're just running inside zone. We're 2 for 2 here. We're 2 for 2 here. We're man here. Be able to sift. Looking maybe even cross formation. And we should be able to look inside here. And kind of what we end up doing. So they end up stunting Penn State. So the double team goes from Runner and Nelson to Nelson and Nowakowski. That picks up pretty good. I think we got the wrong, and it's this stunt across, or the blitz across here by 0 that kind of gets Renfro out of position. He's following the track that his feet and the blocking scheme has him do. He would be stepping here, which he does, and then he continues up. But because they cross read this, that makes it hard for him to stick in there. Now, that being said, I think we should have carried this deeper into this double team instead of cutting back so early. Because I think if he carried it a little bit deeper, he would have seen that there was a gap. Now, he'd be running through feet. Fair enough. But I think it would have been a little bit more of a path, please. Obviously, all he can see in this case right here is Brunner's butt. But as he starts to get turned, that's where that patience should maybe lead him to take it more to the right. But we get the first down. So this is 1st and 10 as a result of the after Penn State got the ball, and we've got Penn State punted. All right, so we're going to run our crosser. We're running the cross from the number 2 receiver, running the wheel from the tight end, and running a short post. Characteristic drop from Bill Pauling. I don't know what is up with him. I mean, is this a drop or is this good defense? Drop. He has got to catch that. The tight window? Not really. He might not be able to see it that clearly. But he only reaches out with one hand. Now, I know Penn State defender does get his inside hand across. Gotta catch that. Sorry. Gotta be done. All right, 2nd and 10. Okay, we're going to go 4-by-1. We're in an overload formation. Okay, and we're looking to see how Penn State adjusts to this. We have 4 eligible receivers on the same side. And what does Penn State do? They don't really over-adjust. They stay home. And yeah, you just lose on the inside. They can afford to stay home. And I think that's the difference between having a high-level top 10 team and a non-high-level team. All right. So with what we're doing here, Renfro is expecting to be able to pass off his slanting D tackle to Runner. Runner reacts way too late. Now he is already in a double team, so fair enough. But yeah, that is good defensive line play, and we are just really starting to look slow on the interior. See the difference and why the recruiting experts talk so much about how you have to recruit defensive line. You can see it here. Penn State's defensive line is just clearly better than the back. All right. So we're coming out here, 3rd and 10. A nice route adjustment here at the bottom of the screen. And what ends up happening is Braedyn Locke short arms this because he's got pressure in his face. If we look at the end zone angle, so he's in position here and he just short arms it because he doesn't want to get this ball batted down. He just wants to get rid of it. He feels that one of these two defensive tackles ends up hitting him and reach out to his hand. That causes him to short arm it. Another dead drive. Leading to another punt. Let's look at the punt. Former specialist myself. I do enjoy good special teams play. And it's a nice kick. It hits. We're hoping for the backspin. And sometimes with the Aussie style punt, get the end over end spin like you want. And then if it hits in the right spot, it's going to kick back. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to kick back. But in this case, it hit flat, it hit fat. And that allowed it to turn over and continue to roll. All right. I believe this is going to be the last full drive of the second quarter. So we're going to start here. All right, this is a good job going through his progression. So we're just running. We've got the quick screen. Or sorry, they're running bubble screen out here. And they're releasing the tackle. But on the back side, we have curl flat. So he definitely wants to go front side. And based on alignment, we're 3/2. So I like this. And what just ends up happening is Malman is supposed to let 31 go. He's supposed to invite him in, let him go. And what happens is instead of taking the bait and going directly to the QB, he reads that the running back isn't attacking the line of scrimmage, so he's like, I got to peel and I got to pick him up. So our 4/3 advantage that we had here is now 3/3. And we have man coverage on a receiver, the only receiver we have. So that forces Braedyn to then have to turn to the backside and either throw this away or he gets lucky here. And actually both of his backside routes are open. So he's able to pick it up. All right, so 2nd and 2. Love 2nd and short situations. 12 personnel. DH lead. It's going to get the first down. Nothing fancy here. Going to get our down blocks on the front side. Going to get our pull kick and get our pull lead and stick it in behind. Penn State's end here does a pretty good job of wrong arming, which kind of stops this dead. But good vision here by Tui, who just gradually climbed the ladder going backside and is able to pick up the yards that we need. So 1st and 10. 3-by-1, gonna run stretch. Haven't run stretch in a while. Penn State does a really good job of stringing this out. And it's 2nd and 3rd level defenders. Safety, corner getting off. Solid play by Penn State's defense. Let's take a look at the end zone angle of anything we could have done better on the front. I can already see right there. Kind of sucks for Brunner. This is a bad position for him. 13's on the move. He's attacking the outer hip of Renfro's initial gap. It's a long way for Brunner to go. He ends up slowing him down enough at least that we're able to get around the edge. But what we kind of end up happening here is Allman, we got our dude right here. Go bury the safety. Keep running and bury the safety. And I don't know where he's looking. He's looking right at him, and then he watches him go past. Come on, make the tackle. Or make the block, excuse me. Able to get 2 yards out of it, though. So 2nd and 8. 12 personnel again. Run a little exchange. So we're giving the crosser look that we did previous. And then we're just going to sit down. That's it. He probably has an option to run if 0 runs with him. If he does that, then we're hitting Ashcraft up the seam, up the hash mark. But good idea. Nice little simple play. Easy pitch and catch. And when you kind of have the dropsies, you need plays like that to kind of get your head straight. All right, 1st and 10. 2 by 2. Looks like we in no, we're in 11 personnel. Orbit motion with a little handoff behind. We're orbiting. Calling. Having a bad day, just get the ball in his hands. Okay, blocking a little bit better on the front side. And Penn State kind of lucks into a stunt. And because of how the offensive line's moving, it allows him to just track down the line of scrimmage. And it kind of takes away a cutback lane. Look at the box. Oh, sorry. Let's look at the box, see how if we could have blocked this a little bit cleaner. Yeah, these line movements by Penn State are just causing issues for the goal line. And as good as the offensive line has been playing this season, you can just tell a talent difference. Showing. But still gained 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Okay, that's what we call an efficient play. Okay, little exit motion. And that create that little bit of movement inadvertently creates space for the cutback. Take a look at the box. Again, this is just another play that was not blocked cleanly. Okay, so GH lead. Penn State squeezes. Again, really good wrong arm technique here by their end. And that's just going to spill the pull behind, which causes issues here. And then the line movement confuses our front side blockers here. And yeah, luckily Penn State over pursues it, and we're able to cut back. So 1st and 10. Moving towards the end of the half. 3 by 1. Nice shot play down the field. I am curious as to why they didn't call a legal man downfield on this play, because to my eye, both our receivers here are on the line of scrimmage. That means calling. Sorry, is that Tretch? Tretch, sorry, is on the line of scrimmage, or he's covered by formation. But we'll take it. I'm not gonna complain about that. All right, so we're running fade. Theme. We're just running verts. Find the soft spot. Pop it in there. And we're in business. We're down at the 3-yard line. 1:39 left. Okay, 10, 12 personnel. Split flow. Okay, Penn State's got 9 in the box. And nothing doing there. Okay, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 blockers. One of those 9 have to be taken away by the read. One of those 9 have to be taken away by the back. Back has to make a move. And I mean, honestly, this is not a situation where we didn't pick up what we needed to. It really isn't. It's just Penn State's big boys played this better. And like, look at 11 here. Their edge, like, stuns Acre. Boom, and he's able to get in there, get his hands around the ball carrier. Front side. Okay. Malman has way too much momentum going sideways, so he ends up turning instead of driving. We get no push. Yeah, it's just big boy football. And this is part of the reason why everyone, is bitching about running the I formation and stuff like that. This is why this team is not built to do that consistently. And here we go. We're going to be in the I formation, so they're probably going to prove me wrong right here. Okay? Love the idea here. Throw this little play action. The only thing that I would do differently with this is I would run it the other way with my right-handed quarterback. Because he has to take that extra little step, turn around to hit this. Like, it's there. But because he has to fade that extra step, that's where we don't get the pass off time. All right, we'll look at it here real quick. I mean, the blocking is good. Sell it. And we get it out in the flat. Almost there. I like the idea. All right, 3rd and 2. Okay, we catch Penn State in a substitution. Okay, let's change the formation up a little bit. Again, we want to try. Here's maybe getting a little cute. We're trying. This is the touchdown play against Illinois from last year. Sneaking 96. That K. McDonald out in the flat. But Penn State was, I want to say, ready for it. It's just we didn't execute as good as we did last year. I like the idea, though. All right, so the formation shift. I mean, if we hit it right here, taking a little bit too long. Yeah. Everything is just a step slower than when we tried to do that last year. But we get a penalty. So we live to see another day. It's 3rd and 1. Weak side ISO. Now we get it outside. And again, the difference here, why this hits, is because we're running away from where we have the issue. We present this overload look, all the big bodies over here. Okay, the action coming out is to the right. Initially cause our linebackers to take their read steps a little bit to the right, and we just block everybody down, allow Penn State to be bigger and stronger, and then we just sneak it around the edge. Because we're not strong enough to hit it right here. But we are strong enough to squeeze down, hit the one block, and we don't even get the block on the outside. I mean, runner misses them. And also nice block here by Jackson Aker. That block is more important. That fact that he stuns him, he ends up blocking two people. And that's what springs this. So this play doesn't hit because we're in the I formation. This play hits because we're not that good at running I formation football. And in that case, we end up running a play that counteracts kind of the original intent of this play. We ran this play up the middle. It's killed. All right, well, we score. And we get the ball back here real quick. Last play. I don't think we do anything much of substance here. Yeah, just a little inside handoff. We just want to go to the half. Get a couple yards. Yeah. And I think we're going to call it there. So that is the second quarter of Wisconsin versus Penn State. Couple key drops. Couple instances of Penn State playing better big boy football than the Badgers can. They should. They are more talented than the Badgers are. And that's the name of the game going forward. So, but we're keeping the game close. Don't know what's going to happen in the second half, but that'll be tomorrow. So, until then, thank you for watching.